Well, Gordon Strachan's surprisingly quick recovery from injury is a big lift for Leeds United. Strachan missed the midweek home defeat at the hands of Manchester City. Howard Wilkinson makes one other change. Chris Fairclough is recalled to the centre of defence in place of John McClelland. Lee Chapman, at the age of 31, he's achieved his best return in a single season, 24 goals, and still the chance of more to come. Liverpool's Ian Rush is just one goal behind Chapman in the race to be the most prolific marksman amongst First Division players. Liverpool have Gary Ablett suspended, Grobbelaar, McMahon, Whelan and Venison on the casualty list, joined now by Gary Gillespie. But David Burrows and David Speedie are back in a reshuffle side. 19-year-old Steve Harkness, who's not yet played in the first team, is a substitute along with the Israeli striker Ronnie Rosenthal. And Peter Beardsley finally comes to Elland Road, but still in Liverpool red. So much speculation over the first part of the season that he would be transferred to Leeds. So to put this match into context for you, there really is no margin for error for Liverpool as they try to hang on to Arsenal's coattails. And Leeds United still trying to finish high enough in the league to qualify for a place in next season's UEFA Cup. All the players wearing black armbands today out of respect to the memories of the Hillsborough tragedy 2 years ago this weekend. Leeds United kick off, an exceptional atmosphere here at Elland Road. The stadium packed to the rafters. It's Liverpool's first visit here for 9 years. It's a cold April afternoon. The pitch has been heavily watered. Mike Hooper continuing to deputise for Bruce Grobbelaar. Shot, getting his shot in and beating Steve Staunton to the ball to deliver the blow towards Hooper's goal. The goalkeeper survived it, but Staunton alongside Glenn Hussein in the centre of defence here, with Ronnie Moran really running out of central defenders. And Steve Staunton asked to show his considerable versatility yet again, often used in midfield by Liverpool, a regular for the Republic of Ireland, of course, at left back. Lukic coming a good 10 yards outside of the penalty area to try and force Liverpool back. Burrows wrong-footed by Barnes. So an awkward position this for Liverpool, brought about really by the John Barnes error. Long throw from Sterland. Hussein lets it go to Nicol, he thought, but really charging in then was shot. Immense distance from the throw by Sterland. Nicol didn't get there. Speedy. Now Houghton. Two up for Leeds ahead of Strachan. Sterling so anxious to keep things moving, and look at that for a pass to Strachan, who has to in the end settle for the corner. Some dogged play by Burrows sorted that. Well, it must be something of a risk for Leeds to field Strachan today, but no sign of discomfort as he chased on then, and Sterling supplied him magnificently. Headed by White, punched away by Mike Hooper. Got to White again, and it was Sterling who really made the corner possible in the first place with that incisive ball from right back. Helped on by White, but only helped wide in the end by Mel Sterling. All the play at the moment in the Liverpool half. Chapman. Batty. Leeds with players to spare, really. It's speed. Getting close to the edge of the penalty area and then prepared to take the sort of risk that can pay great dividends with an acceleration towards the byline. It's produced another corner which is in the charge of Strachan. Well claimed by Hooper, very well claimed indeed. Plenty of swerve on the ball imparted by Strachan, aided I think by a gust of wind as well. It really was terrific handling. And Liverpool spring forward really for the first time with Barnes. In comes Speedy! John Lukic complains about the lack of cover in front of him with a bit of justification. Leeds were caught rather square and Barnes got in behind them. And Speedy was really aware of the possibilities. He was herring into the middle, but not quite quickly enough. David Batty, really the kind of competitive midfield player that Liverpool have been lacking, with Whelan and McMahon absent for so much of the season. They've been without one or both of them for two-thirds of their league games, Liverpool, and that's been a real handicap. Maybe in the end, the difference between winning the title and coming second. Rush sneaked in there. Barnes. That's Ray Houghton. The goal is given, and Leeds stood and watched it happen, and Liverpool celebrate taking the lead in the 12th minute. They expected perhaps to trap Houghton offside here, but it was when the ball was played and the linesman saw nothing wrong. Barnes was able to pick out Houghton. It must have been very close. Strachan. Comes from McAllister. Oh, deflected by Staunton. It could easily have veered away into the back of the net for an equaliser. And Steve Staunton was very grateful here that the ball actually flew up closer to Hooper rather than further away from him. When Leeds went to Anfield on New Year's Day, they were beaten 3-0, really put in their place by Liverpool. It's the biggest defeat that Leeds have had this season. But it was a much happier Liverpool, a more consistent Liverpool then, when they were still favourites to win the championship. But at least the goal from Ray Houghton here given them a degree of optimism that they might win this match, which is so precious to them and has been played in an electric atmosphere, as if there was a trophy at stake at the end of the 90 minutes here. Barnes. Lovely dummy by Rush. Is it going to be a second? He's pulled down. It's got to be a penalty, it is. And it's a question now of what Ken Redfern will do, if anything, to further punish John Lukic. Lukic didn't get there quickly enough. And Liverpool carved their way through then and have a great chance now to go 2-up. Rush has earned the penalty. Jan Molby will take it. 2-0 it is. Lukic went the wrong way. Well, an amazing start with Leeds forcing the pace and Liverpool collecting the goals. Hurled by Sterling towards Chapman. That goes shot. Strachan. Well, with Leeds badly in need of improving their position quickly, that has to go down as a missed opportunity. The ball never came to earth, particularly after Strachan made contact with it. Here's Houghton. It's a very attack-minded Liverpool selection, this. As I said earlier, somewhat forced upon Ronnie Moran. But nevertheless, although they've had their scares defensively, it's giving a very sharp edge to their attacking play. Barnes, still Barnes. No, the flag is up. Although Speedy finished it all off very neatly indeed. Against, well, from that angle, it wasn't clear at all when the linesman put his flag up, possibly against Barnes in the first place. Batty. The shot has got behind Staunton. And Hussein arrived in the nick of time. Half shot, who does so much honest running in the Leeds cause, and the running there took him beyond the Liverpool back line, chasing a ball delivered over the top. Beardsley. And it's Houghton! And at the moment, Leeds United aren't picking up Ray Houghton. He's not the only one who's getting free. Gary Speed was coming far too late on the scene then. And there was no offside flag that time. Houghton could have helped himself to his second and Liverpool's third. And Peter Beardsley, who has kept very quiet on all the subject, of course, of whether he would eventually join Leeds. He's certainly enjoying playing a major role in Liverpool's quest to take points from Leeds here. Rush. Nicol hit Batty. With Beardsley again. Mulvey. No offside. Barnes. And Speedy. It is 3 this time. It does count. And what an inquest is going on at the back for Leeds. 25 minutes. Liverpool have scored 3 times, and they're simply picking their passes here at will. Barnes was not offside. Speedy certainly came late on the scene, and there was no risk, I don't think, of him getting ahead of anything here. It's been a topsy-turvy time for Ronnie Moran as a manager. But this is the good side of the job. Now, Barnes. Nicol. Well, you expect them to score every time they attack, because that's what they've been doing. Liverpool last played here. 9 years, of course, during which Leeds have been mostly in the second division, and Liverpool have been winning trophies. And Liverpool now putting on something of a masterclass against a defence that has been flirting with an offside trap, and they just haven't got that right as Barnes strides away and makes it 4. This is wonderful. It's slaughter here to Leeds United, but a delight for Liverpool. Again, there was no cover in the centre, and the timing of the run was superb, and so was the execution from Barnes. And Lukic is beaten for a 4th time. A mere 28 minutes elapsing, and for 10 of those it was 0-0. And what do Leeds do now? First and foremost, they must keep their heads up, particularly in situations such as a Sterling long throw. Hooper's come for it. He's scrabbling to get back there now, and Leeds feeling that even in those situations it's not going to end up their way. Well, Carl Shudd, I think, feeling that somebody has got to get a tackle in, even if it's a late one, even if it's a rash one. I think the bottom line here is that if you let Liverpool play, they will get the better of you, and how. And that's what Leeds have done in their concentration, in attacking the game at the outset. They overcommitted. And once Liverpool got hold of the ball, well, it's been mayhem. And Ian Rush has realised that he hasn't got a goal yet. One of the successes under Ronnie Moran's management, of course, is having persuaded or helped persuade John Barnes to sign for next season. Barnes, whose previous contract was up at the end of this season, has pledged himself to Liverpool for another year. It's cost Liverpool a lot of money, but I think you've seen today that they will feel it's money well spent. Mulvey. Sharp was trying to anticipate and intercept the back pass. Speeding. Now Burrows. John Barnes is really running free. Well, there's enough Liverpool players trying to score without Chris White putting his name on that list. Given Liverpool's recent results going into this game, I'm sure. No offside here, Chapman, and Hooper took it on the body. The goal is empty though, if Leeds can find it. Hussein's back on the line now. Hooper's still trying to get back in position. He's there now. Well, not much has gone right for Leeds. McAllister and shut. And what does Beardsley want to do? Walk it to safety. And he's only cleared as far as Batic. Another remarkable incident in this extraordinary first half. Cooper came out, took the ball, and maybe a boot in the stomach as well. Barnes gets it back to him. Well, I was about to say that you came here expecting some Liverpool vulnerability. waiting a second too long against Barnes. He's not in the mood to give them that. Lukic with an orthodox save. Mulby striving to get a shot in unsuccessfully. And Leeds have had to bring everyone back. John Lukic coming out at a ball that arrived in front of him, almost on the half volley. Mulby. That's a well-timed run again from Houghton. Can he go on? Oh, Fairclough had the greater strength and a little bit of extra speed as well. But again, that was the essence of the Leeds United problems. We're in the final few seconds of a harrowing first half for Leeds United. Batty's throw. An excellent jump by Glenn Hussein. Nicol. Strachan. Losing out to Barnes. Well, 4 goals in an 18-minute spell, an astonishing spell for Liverpool, showing that they're not yet out of the championship chase. Ray Houghton started it off, a goal made by John Barnes, who's been exceptionally elusive. Barnes got the 4th, he made the 3rd for Speedy. And in the midst of it all, a penalty tucked away by Jan Mulby. Leeds have to go back to 1973 to find their last victory over Liverpool. And even at half-time here, surely they're not going to change that today. But you really look forward to what the second half will bring. Well, if Liverpool are a club in crisis, as has been reported, I'd like to see them when they're playing really well. What can Leeds United do? First and foremost, I think, try and keep the score down. It's a test of their professionalism. I must say it was a magnificent reception that they got from their supporters when they came out for the second half here, even in such great adversity. We've grown to expect that, though, at Elland Road. Well, the Leeds defenders will want to get this afternoon over pretty quickly. Has been one of those perhaps relatively rare occasions when one good team has played very badly and one very talented team has been absolutely on top of its game. It's been such a gulf between the two sides. Everything, of course, is relative. I'm sure at the start of the season, Leeds, newly promoted, would have been delighted to go into this match 4th in the table, having achieved semi-final status in 2 cup competitions. And plenty to be proud of. Hussein misjudged that. I'm sure Ronnie Moran would have reminded Liverpool of the dangers of any second-half complacency. Oh, and Speedy went high, White reacted. Ken Redfern is reaching for his notebook and the cards contained therein. And this could be punishment for both players. It's a yellow card for Speedy for the foul. And then White tried to take the law into his own hands. I don't think he was booked. Hussein. Rush by Beardsley. Barnes to the left. 4 up for Liverpool. Barnes accelerates, nearly dropped in. Direct from the John Barnes left foot. Well, he is a mercurial player. Can never be absolutely sure whether he'll destroy you or whether he'll be on the periphery of the match, but he's in his most destructive form today. 10 minutes into the second half. The second half that Liverpool are trying to make a formality. Batting. Oh, and Chapman got in the way of that. It was Gary Speed's volley. I think that Chapman was trying to change the angle in the shot and deceive Hooper and get a goal for Leeds that way. But Leeds are battling on. Chapman with a push in his back by Glenn Hussein. White has stayed on the edge of things this time. Fair Club is there. White starting to make his move now. White at the back. In he comes. McAllister. Shot. Claiming that veered away because it flew off the Liverpool body. White in the end made his presence felt, taken on by McAllister. That appeared to flick off Steve Nicol. Hussein. Rush. Well, you can see the ball. He was still flailing away at it. It's going to be a drop ball to restart play. Rather extravagantly dropped, not to say bounced, by Ken Redfern. It's gone Liverpool's way. Beardsley. Leeds slow to close him down. He can try a shot. Mulvey. Wondering whether he could dip it over Lukic. Strachan. Shot. For Strachan. McAllister's waiting behind him. Chapman. Well, it's a steep climb, but at least they've got their foot on the first rung of the ladder. And finally, it broke Leeds' way in the Liverpool penalty area, off the goalkeeper, and Chapman was right on hand for his 25th goal of the season, and his 21st of those at Elland Road. Barnes. And no offside. Rush. Well, 99 times out of 100 perhaps Ian Rush would have scored then. You'd have certainly put your savings on him. But in the end he was in too much of a hurry. It might be academic to the result, but it won't be academic to Rush. Every goal scorer feels dissatisfied if he comes off, whatever the outcome, without one to his name. Batty. Well, Chapman will challenge the goalkeeper here. It's over the line, and it's not going to be given. And Chapman wants to know why. Ken Redfern indicated that an elbow was used. Well, it was down to two players here to sort this one out, Mike Hooper and Lee Chapman. And there will be plenty watching who'll feel that the goalkeeper gets the benefit too often in those situations. Chapman can't understand it. The referees get less criticism if they rule in favour of the goalkeeper. But Ken Redfern made a decision there which which is damaging to Leeds' hopes, however small they are realistically, of really getting back into the game. But that does count for shot, and they simply want to get the game restarted. The hopes are growing. 12 minutes to go. And it might well have been a push by Hussein on Chapman in the first place. Well, Carl Schutt doesn't believe that this is a lost cause, and nor do some 30,000 Leeds United supporters. But Barnes can make it academic. It is 2-5. And when they needed him, John Barnes has obliged again. And the need was growing more pressing. Rush did very well indeed, to get to the ball, then to reverse it back to Barnes. And Lukic took some of the pace off the shot, but he couldn't stop it crossing the line. Look at Rush here. He fought for that with White. He opened Leeds up with the back heel, and Barnes on the break. Another goal for Liverpool. Strachan. Strachan to Schutt. And still Leeds drive on. Batty. Chapman! That's a great goal. The 8th of the game. The balance of power still with Liverpool. But Chapman gets his second. And David Batty picked him out brilliantly. Not too many smiles. There are not people in these parts who are given to great outbursts of emotions. The Yorkshireman is a realistic man, and they still realise that the percentages are against them. Speedy. David Speedy, who knows these parts well, up in football terms in Barnsley, just down the M1. Chapman. It's a Leeds throw. For what the second half has shown, perhaps why Arsenal, with their marvellous defence, are on the top of the tree at the moment. Leeds press on again. Hooper punches. Strachan. Sterling. Fairclough. That's McAllister. The second half has shown that if you get at Liverpool, you can make them look very uneasy defensively. This is another example. Chapman perhaps left it to Fairclough. McAllister over the top at the end. It's a match really that's so full of credit to both clubs in differing ways. They play with such different styles. Leeds have offered a resilience that has been marvellous. They strained so hard in the second half, and they never quite got close enough. Not yet. just enough to ruffle Liverpool completely out of their stride. Still could happen with attitudes like that from batting. Whitlow, well played. McAllister. Speed. Chapman waiting at the far post. Jumping with Hooper again. Sterling. Here's Strachan. He can tee it up. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to get closer and cross, and Chapman's got a hat-trick. Leeds United punching the air in delight. There's only one goal in it now, and there's only 1 minute left. Strachan knew what he wanted to do, and he took his time, and Chapman in the right place again. It's Leeds United 4, Liverpool 5, and here comes the charge. Have you ever seen anything like it? Chapman at the sharp end of it all, but it's been such a collective effort. Rush. Here's Houghton. Wondering whether he should head for the corner to use up time. Liverpool thought they had plenty of that. Leeds had other ideas. Mulvey. Beardsley. Well, that's given possession. Being cruel to Peter Beardsley. That's given the ball back to Leeds. Who'd be a manager and run him around at 56, so new to the job. White. Hooper's come. Hussain got his head to it. McAllister. We're into stoppage time. And off goes Beardsley. Barnes to the left. Leeds have got it back again. We've had a minute added on. Here's Barnes. Beardsley is onside. And Liverpool realising that attack is the best form of defence. Can they have the final word? Barnes has still got it, rushes in the centre. It's back with Nicol. And for the first time, Liverpool want to use up time rather than give themselves the insurance of another goal. They don't know what to think on the bench. They can be very proud of their Leeds players. Very, very proud. Play on, says Ken Redfern. Speedy. It's over. A fabulous afternoon's entertainment. And even in defeat, Leeds United get a standing ovation. Lee Chapman has scored a hat-trick, but he's still a loser. John Barnes, with his goal in the second half to add to the 4 that Liverpool scored in the first half. That was the crucial goal. Liverpool started with Ray Houghton, that seems a long time ago. A Jan Mulvey penalty. Speedy and Barnes, their first half scorers. 4 up at half-time. But how Leeds United came out for the second half. With Chapman scoring 3 times, Carl Shutt getting another. Chapman had another one disallowed, remember. A game that will live long, long, long in the memory. But at the end of it all, Liverpool do get their 3 points to keep Arsenal in their sights. But how close it was. We're all breathless here at the end of an afternoon that's finished Leeds United 4, Liverpool 5.